let's say for this trick, I can show the spectator that all of the cards are different, and actually, I think I have the jokers in here, so let's go ahead and take those out. We don't need the jokers. So here's the next joker. So let's go ahead and put these to the side. Now, the spectator can go ahead and cut about a quarter of the deck over to the side, and a quarter is around 10 to 15 cards. So let's say they cut right about here, and how about they cut, I don't know, maybe half this time, so we have 3 piles here. So now, with these 3 piles, maybe I could know something from this pile, because this is the top of the deck. And maybe I could know something from this pile, because this is the bottom of the deck. But this is actually the middle of the deck, and I do know something about this half. I know that you have selected the lowest heart, okay? So I'm going to show you the top card. Go ahead and remember this. This is the lowest heart you have selected. So now they can leave it on top and shuffle it somewhere into the packet. It doesn't matter. And let's say maybe we have a second spectator here. I would have them shuffle this half. And when they're done shuffling this half, go ahead and remember the top card for me. So let's say this is their card. After they have remembered it, I would have them place it back on top of the packet, and go ahead and take this bottom half and place it on top to totally lose your card in, and take this half and place that on top. So now, if we recap the whole trick, I showed you all the cards were different, you made 3 piles, you remember 2 cards from 2 different packets, and you shuffle those as well, and then you gather the packet into one deck. I'm going to see if I can find both of your cards. So go ahead and think of the first card for me. I'm going to say this one. Okay, so this is going to be for the first spectator, and I'll have the second spectator go ahead and think of their card for me this time. Now, I'm not too sure about this, but let's see here. Boy, not too sure, but I'm going to go with this one. And you can see all the cards are different. So now for the first time ever, I would have the first spectator name their card out loud. So let's say they do that right now. And I show them the 10 of hearts. I hope that was your first selection, but what about the second spectator? Go ahead and name your card out loud for the first time. Let's say they do that right now, and I show them the 4 of diamonds. Alright, so this was the trick. If you would like to learn how to do this trick, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to go over decks of cards I have that come with duplicate jokers. Now, in my last video, I went over cards that have double backers. And I remember I made this one video a while back about cards that have duplicate jokers. So I'm going to do that today. So without further ado, let's get into the let's go ahead and show you the cards, I guess. And one more thing, I'm gonna split this up. So all of the decks I have, I did not do a deck review on. I'm gonna show you that right now, okay? And then we're gonna do the tutorial. After the tutorial, I'm gonna show you the remaining decks. And these decks are actually decks I did reviews on, and I will leave those down below. So without further ado, let's get into the first set of decks. And keep in mind, I showed some of these in my last video as well with double backers. So that's another thing I want you to keep in mind. So if you see a deck here you really like, keep in mind it has duplicate jokers, which is going to be a plus. And it's also going to have duplicate jokers as well. And I'm thinking for my next video, tomorrow, I might do decks that have duplicate cards, okay? Because more decks came with duplicate jokers than I expected, because I went through all my decks I had. So the next video, duplicate cards. This video, duplicate jokers. So matching jokers. Let's get into this. Okay, so the first deck, if you view my last video, you'll remember this. These are the gold artisans, which are actually the white artisans, which I actually won from Card Mechanics 5,000 subscriber contest out of 3 decks. I was the first prize winner. So this deck has 2 duplicate jokers right here, okay? So you can see right here. Both of these jokers actually say the Guild of Artisans, Jolly Joker, the U.S. playing card company made in the United States of America. So I'll go through these real quick, and keep in mind I don't have all the cards here for some of these decks, because they might be really old, but the newer decks I do. So this deck actually did come with a double backer, which I showed, and I don't remember if it came with an ad card. I usually get rid of the ad cards. So this deck is pretty much going to be Bicycle Standard, except the court cards are going to be a different color. So as you can see here, it's going to be a dark gold, and then it's going to be a dark red as well. And then it has that black. And the reds are going to be much darker, but the blacks here are going to remain the same. I don't think you can really do much with the blacks. So here's another court. And the aces are going to be the same, except the colors. And the ace of spades is really going to be the only thing that's different. So this is a really nice deck I would recommend picking up. So here is the ace of spades. As you can see, is that nice big ace. It says Artisans, has that gold and black. It has an addition number as well. Once again, the color scheme is different. And this is pretty much a Bicycle Standard, except the colors. And the only thing this deck comes with, once again, is a double backer and 2 duplicate jokers. That's what I received. It might have come with an ad card, but I don't know what I did with that ad card. I might have it somewhere. But these were the white artisans. I'll show you the back design too, just in case you want to... Oh, there's the double backer. So as you can see, here's the back design. And it actually matches, well, to me anyway, it looks like it matches the back of the box. But obviously you can see it better here on the front. So it has the 2 ways, and it says on it, okay, well, it must be in Latin or something. Words I can't pronounce. But here's the back design, not bad. These were the white artisans. And I only have 3 decks here I didn't do reviews on, so we're going to get to the tutorial pretty quick here, actually. This next deck here is Product Red. This is a very nice deck, because this actually goes for something to do with AIDS, so it contributes to AIDS research, or something like that, something to do with AIDS. So imagine a world without AIDS, and it's a really nice deck. I thought when I first saw these, without knowing that these were Product Red, I thought these were the Nox by Alex Pandrea, but these are super nice, as you can see. has that nice red here. And the two jokers actually say, no joke, every deck of product red playing cards can provide over 3 days of life-saving HIV medication to someone in need. So my guess is when you purchase this deck, they use some of that money or all of that money. I'm not sure which. But it's going to provide some medication for people living with AIDS. So this is real nice. So if you can buy a bunch of these, I would. Just because of how nice they are. They're like bicycles, except the back design. And plus, it's for a great cause. Going over the cards real quick. And these are going to be old as well, because I won these with the Artisans. Along with one other deck, which is the medieval playing cards. It wasn't the black edition. I think it was the white edition. So the reds do look a little darker, and the blacks are going to be black. And these courts are going to be standard, except they're going to be like a white and black. So that's something I really like. Okay, it's not that different from Bicycle. Here's the Ace of Spades. It's just a big red spade, and it says Ace of Spades. That's a real nice spade right there. So it tells you, if you pick this card and you know nothing about cards, Ace of Spades. So, that's something I like. And I think this deck actually came with 2 ad cards. No double backer. But it was nice that they included 2 jokers. So maybe you can hand one out to someone as a souvenir. So here's the Queen, the Jack. So they're pretty much Bicycle. Except the colors. The reds are darker, too. Here's the Queen of Hearts. Let's see here. King of Clubs. King of Spades. Jack of Spades. And the Five of Clubs. These were the product red playing cards. Okay, so for this last deck here, I don't have a review on this, and I'm not too sure how well known these cards are. I'm guessing people know them, but I haven't seen them on YouTube used in videos or anything. So these are actually the Ace Authentic playing cards. Comes with a 10 of Diamonds reveal. And surprisingly, these aren't bad cards at all. Okay, the stock isn't bad. Now, it's not Bicycle standard, but it still does the job. Now, this deck actually comes with 3 jokers, okay? So the first 2 jokers are identical, as you can see. It says Joker, and he has cards he's dropping. Now, the last joker here isn't identical, but this is actually a guaranteed joker. So basically, if you purchase this deck and if you purchase this deck here and you see something wrong with it that you can't use it for gameplay, whether that be a card missing or whatever the reason is, if you return this Ace of Spades and this Joker here to this address at the bottom, they're going to send you a new deck. That's basically what this whole thing is. So it's basically an extra deck. Now, I don't know why they would need the Ace of Spades, but let me show you this deck. So the back design is going to be 2 airplanes. You can see the nice border right here and that nice red. Now, getting into the cards, they're going to be a little different than your regular Bicycle deck, okay? And the courts are going to be totally different. Okay, so here's the 9. It's going to be black as always, but the pips are a little different. Now, the courts are going to, well, to me, they look different. So you can see the colors are a little different as well. Here's the jack. These, and the reds are going to be lighter as well. And these actually aren't bad. I don't use these really, but they are a good deck to have in case I need to pull one out. So the queen. Here's the other queen. The ace of spades here. So here's the queen. Here's the king. The other king. Here's the ace. So the ace here says ace authentic since 1765. And these are by Carta Mundi. So these aren't by USPCC or whatever. So the stock is different. They actually feel a little plastic coated. That could just be me. So the jack. There's another jack. So this isn't a bad deck. So if you see this deck, I would recommend picking up a deck or two. It's not bad. So those were the 3 decks I have that I didn't do deck reviews on. So I hope you enjoyed those. After the tutorial, I'll show you the rest of the decks, and then that'll be it for the video. So let's get into this trick here. I hope you really enjoyed that trick. This is a really nice one I've been practicing the last few days. So hopefully I got your cards right there. But let's get into how to do this trick. So this could be done with a borrowed deck. I'm not too sure if you need 52 cards, but you do need a setup. So what your setup is going to be, the jokers are optional, and I'll go over why I had those. But what you're going to need for your setup is this. You're going to take out ace through king of any suit. Now I chose hearts, but of course feel free to use clubs, spades, diamonds, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just make sure you have ace through king. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to lay these down ace through king, just like this. So once I'm done here, I'll show you what I did. So the ace is on top, and the king is on the bottom, okay? So it runs ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. If you want to pause that, you can go ahead and do that. And you're going to need 11 cards. It doesn't matter what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now on top of your stack here, so you know the ace is right here, you're going to put your 11 cards, okay? So this is going to be your stack. 11 cards, and then your ace through king. And these go right on top of the deck, and you're good. Now, really quick, the deck I'm using are the Remedies by Daniel Madison. And as you can see, I actually received these as a gift from Card Mechanic a while back, and I did a review video on these, I believe. So if I can find that, I will leave it down below. But these are really nice. So, getting into the trick, I know I had the jokers. Now, this was optional. If you want to, you could do false cuts, false shuffles, and then start the trick. If you want to show the deck, if you want to, you can show the bottom and then do the trick. What I did was simple. I took one joker and I placed it near the bottom third, okay? So, about 15 cards up. That's what I did. And then I went to my stack, and right after the king, I placed the other joker, just like that. So now when I go up and say, okay, let's start this trick, but we don't need the jokers, I can actually spread through showing them these, okay? So they can see they're all different. When I come across the joker, I can set it down. Then I can keep going until I get to that other joker and I can set it down. You flash one heart, you can then square it up and start the trick. They see a heart, they're gonna be good. They shouldn't really have a problem. If you want to, you could come to the heart, okay, and then you could use your thumb to block push off about those 13 cards. They see 2 more hearts, it shouldn't be a big deal. Don't flash anymore. Then you could show the rest of the top. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with. After this, here's what you're going to do. You're going to have the first spectator, or you can have the same spectator, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and cut about a third and place it over to the side. Now, what you're hoping, because of these 11 cards, then your hearts, that they run right into the stack. Now, right here, we can see they did. So you're going to set that over to the side. And then they're going to cut this about in half. And this doesn't matter because you're going to have the hearts on top. So I'm going to go over this one more time at the video, but let's go over our packets real quick here. So the top half we have here, we have some of our hearts, and then we have those 11 cards. That's fine. For this middle half, you're going to have the rest of your hearts, and then some different cards, okay? And then the bottom half, you're gonna have just regular cards, okay? So now with this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to start with the middle half first, okay? So you can do something if you want to, like, because this is the top half, I might know something, and since this is the bottom half, I might know something. But because this is the middle, it's harder for me to know. So go ahead, look at the top card and remember it. Whatever pattern you want to use, feel free. I will leave the video where I learned this down below, so you can listen to the pattern and come up with your own. They're going to look at this heart and remember it. And before they do this, if you want to, you could say something like, now, I might know nothing about this packet, but I do know that you chose a heart, and it's going to be the lowest heart. And obviously, okay, because of your stack here, 7 through king, you won't know that it's a 7, but you will know that is in your hearts. That it will be the lowest heart on top, if that makes sense. So they're going to look at the 7 and remember it. And then they're going to shuffle it somewhere into the packet. So we have the 7 one more time. So they shuffle it, and then we move on to the top half here. Now, even though you have your hearts and your 11 cards, they can really shuffle these up and then look at any card they would like. So let's say they look at the top and they get the 10 of diamonds. They're going to go ahead, remember it, and place it back on top. So now we have the 7 of hearts for this half, and we have the 10 of diamonds for this half. You're now going to take this bottom half and place it on top of this first half, and then take the rest of these cards and place those on top. Now you're all set. Once you've done that, you're going to look for both cards, but you're going to start near the top. You're going to look for that lowest card, and this is going to help you determine what the second card is. So, of course, these would be to your face. But I'm going to do them like this way. You're going to spread through the top half, and you're going to look for that lowest heart. In this case, the 7. And you know, for your first half, you had 11 cards. Then you had your stack of hearts. So you're just going to do 11 plus 7, okay? Which will come out to 17. Let me make sure I did the math right here for you. So 11 plus 7 is 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so I just went through this one more time to myself. My bad. So you're actually going to do 10 plus 7, okay? You had those 11 cards, and then you had your stack. You're going to do 10 plus 7, or whatever the lowest heart here is. I'll go through this one more time at the end, and you can also watch the video down below. It was a little hard for me to pick up at first, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to put down the 7 and then go to the bottom. And in your head, you're going to do 10 plus 7, which is always going to be a 1. Unless you have 10 there, which will then be a 2, then you're going to do 0, which was in the 10, plus whatever. So this might sound confusing, but it's not. So 10 plus 7 is 17, okay? Because you know 10 plus 7, 7 plus 0 is 7, and then the 1 you can't do anything with. So now that's all you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and you're going to count 17, okay? But make it look like you're actually looking through the deck here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and that's the 10 of diamonds. If you want to, you could give the deck one more shuffle because of those hearts, but you're all set. You can show these are all different, have them name off their selections. You can show 7 of hearts and 10 of diamonds. Let me go through that one more time to make sure you got that all right here. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take out a stack of cards here. Let's say you took out the hearts, okay? And you're going to organize these hearts, ace through king. We have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. Turn these over and put 11 cards on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then take this big half and put it on top. So now you're all good. You can show the cards with the jokers if you want. You can do false shuffles, it doesn't matter. But now you're going to have the first spectator cut about a quarter of the deck over, about 15 give or take, because you want to run into your hearts here. And then the other spectator is going to cut about half. So you can explain, because this is the top, I might know something here. Because this is the bottom, I might know something here. But because this is the middle, it's harder for me to know something. But I do know something. I know that you chose a heart, and it's the lowest heart. They're going to look at the top card and remember it. In this case, the 6 of hearts. After they're done remembering it, they can shuffle it somewhere into the packet here. Now, the spectator's going to choose the top half here, and they can shuffle this first, it doesn't matter. Keep in mind, you know nothing here. They look at the top card and they remember it. 6 of spades. They're going to place it back on top and set down the packet. And now you're going to stack these up. So the bottom packet here will go on top of that first packet, and this middle packet will go on top of this big packet. And now you're all set. You're going to look for the first selection by spreading near the top, looking for that lowest heart. In this case, we're going to see a 6. Now, sometimes you might have to go further down into the deck, but I wouldn't go any more than halfway. So you're going to see a 6, and you're going to put that down. And now that's going to indicate to you to do 10 plus 6, which will be 16. So from the bottom, make it look like you're actually looking for the card, but you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and on the 16th card, you have the 6 of spades. You can show these are all different, then you can turn over. both selections. So, that was the tutorial. I hope this made sense. Check out the video down below in case this didn't. And let's go ahead and get into the rest of the deck reviews. Now, because I already have videos going over these decks, I'm not gonna go over them in depth like I did the other decks, but I will show you the fronts, the jokers, the front of the cards, and that's about it. Okay, so this first deck I went over in the last video, and these are the Dead Hand playing cards by Xavier Spade. So you can see the nice box here. It's in this nice, I want to say maybe matte finish, but it's in a black. And it actually says on the tuck flap, work harder. And these are actually the dead hands, so you can see the nice back design here. And this is, okay, so those are the jokers. So you can see this nice design right here. Getting into the two jokers, these are the jokers. So it's basically a hand with an arrow through it. So basically when you first start out in Magic with all these moves and sleights and everything, your hands hurt so bad. Sometimes they hurt so bad they feel like they're gonna, fall off, or maybe they have arrows in them. They hurt so bad. So this is basically how the dead hands came to be. These are the dead hands, and these actually come with a double backer and a blank card, and duplicate jokers. So you get 3 for 1, which is really nice. So the next deck here I actually received as a gift out of 3 decks from a longtime friend, Ever So Slight. I will leave his channel down below, but these are the Polyantha playing cards, and I did a review on these a while back, but these are so nice. Okay, so these are obviously borderless. You can see the front of the design. I think these are inspired by Black Roses. Let me check. Polyantha Black Roses PlayingCards.com. Okay. So Black Roses distributed these. I don't use these much because of how nice they are, but I do use them every once in a while. And this box, as you can see, has the front design going all over it. So it's a really nice deck. And here are the two jokers here. Okay, so just 2 black roses. How nice is that? Okay, so these are duplicate jokers, obviously. Unless you have really good eyes, you can look in the roses and see something. But I don't see anything. So these were the Polyantha. So this next deck is a really nice deck. And remember when I made my review video, everyone loved this deck, because you don't see this type of deck every day. These are the run playing cards. Now, obviously, you would open them from the bottom, right? While this time, you open them from the side. And then they give you a little instruction video there if you purchase the deck. Comes with some bonus cards. But these are so nice. I don't use these much anymore because of how nice they are. You can see the inside. These are by Murphy's Magic. And these are run. Now here's the back design. Sort of like a money symbol in a way. It has a nice green and yellow to it. These are going to be the two jokers right here. So they actually say Murphy's Magic Playing Card Company. You can see it says Joker on top as well. So these are the run playing cards. How nice are these? So, the next deck we have here is actually a deck I showed in my last video. And these are some of my favorites as well. These are, I don't know how you pronounce this, Solokid, Solakid, Bud's Leo playing cards. And these are really nice. These are by Bokopo. These come with a double backer as well. Okay, so right here, I forgot to take the double backer out. But right here is the back design, so you can see how intricate that back design is. But if you want to see these even more in detail, check out my review video. But here are the two jokers. Right here. So you can see how nice these are. Reminds me of outer space or astronomy or something. Okay, so these are the Solokid Leo. Let's get into the next deck review here, or next deck. So these ones I've used once or twice, not that much yet, because I got these not too long ago, a few months ago. These are actually Navigators. And these, I think, come with a double backer. You can see that box is super nice on the inside. So here's the front of it. Looks almost like something you would steer a ship with. Like a steering wheel or something. And let's see here. Okay, so this is the double backer. And the two jokers are actually right here. So it's like two barrels. I'm not too sure what these things are. They're like the handles or something to get your drink out or whatever. But these are the two jokers, identical. Not bad jokers at all. So the next deck I've used actually a few times, quite a bit, not too much. These are some of my favorites as well. These are the Sea Green Keepers. Now, to my surprise, I thought these keepers were gonna be marked, because these are my first ever keepers. But turns out these are not marked. I think either the red or the blue are. I'm not too sure which. But that was disappointing for me. But these are really nice. These are actually by Illusionist. Not a big fan of green, but when I saw these, I knew I had to get them. So the two jokers right here actually come with two identical jokers right here. So you can see that nice lighthouse in the back. I was hoping they would have done something with that lighthouse in the back, whether it be a card reveal or something, but it's a little hard to do with how tiny that lighthouse is. And these also come with two duplicate Queen of Hearts. And obviously for my next video, I'm gonna go over cards that come with duplicate cards, like the Queen of Hearts or something. So the keepers you're gonna see quite a bit here. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. The next deck, another one of my favorites. These are the dragons, bicycle dragons. These are actually not bad. You can use these for poker, magic. Not bad. I've used them for magic. And these jokers right here. Now, it was hard to tell at first if I should actually classify these as identical, because, of course, you know, right here is red, and then right here is black. So, black, red. I was looking at the camera, so I went the wrong way. But I think if you look at the jokers right here, they actually do classify as identical. And I don't think many people are going to look at the tops here that much. So I'm guessing you could get away with it, but just be careful. So this one, I don't know. You can let me know if you would classify these as identical jokers. But to me, they looked it. So this next deck is one I got recently. I actually won it. Haven't used these a lot. And I actually got these from Card Mechanics 13K giveaway. Now I have 2 of the decks out of 3, because the third deck does not have identical jokers. Those were the Avocardos, which I will leave the video down below of the gift bundle unwrapping where I did the Avocardos deck review if you want to check that out. See what else I won. I'm going to also leave this deck review down below as well. These are the Lady Moon playing cards. Now for the first time I saw these, I kept saying Lady Mon. I couldn't see the second O for some reason. But these are Lady Moon. That sounds a lot better than Lady Mon. So let's get into this. So this deck here, here's the nice back design. Is a nice gold. And let's get into the 2 jokers here. So here are the 2 jokers. Not bad at all. So you can see it says Joker on both sides. So these were the Lady Moon. And the inside of the box is going to be a dark blue. And that's really about all. Nothing too much there. Now the second deck out of this gift bundle I won are actually the deck starter playing cards. Now, out of these 3 decks, the only deck I actually heard of were the Avocardos before, not the Lady Moon or the deck starter. These are all very nice decks, and you can see the design actually runs through the inside of the box. Has a little heart on the inside as well. Don't want to... Okay, right there. Right there? Maybe? You can see the heart. So looking at the jokers for this one, these jokers are really nice to tell. Okay, so right there, just like a joker hat, and the colors are going to be the same. So these are really nice jokers right there. So you could get away with something right there. In the last deck I actually mentioned in my last video, I couldn't find the deck for the life of me in the video. I didn't want to take up 20 minutes looking for the deck either. But when looking for these other decks in my collection, I ran across this deck, so I was super excited. So let's get into this. I'm also going to leave the person down below who I won this deck from. These are the vintage label playing cards. I found them. They were buried super deep in my desk. And I actually won these from Robert Ball Magician. I think I was second place. But these are so nice. You should see my review video of how much stuff this deck comes with. And this actually comes with a double backer as well, which I mentioned in my last video. So here's the front design. Vintage label. You can see that black and then the white border. How nice is that? And then we have the 2 jokers right here. Look how nice those are. These are definitely identical. It has the 4 suits in the right places. And it's just really, really nice deck. If you haven't seen the review video, make sure you check out it. And I'll leave everything down below, of course, as always. But this was the video. I hope you really enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought about the trick. Maybe let me know what you thought about the decks. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? I think that's everything from me. for this video. Expect a video tomorrow. I hope I can do it tomorrow. But if not, expect it Friday of decks that come with duplicate cards, like the Queen of Hearts or something. That's everything from me. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.